Hi guys, I'm Felicity from Felicity the Power Within. Welcome to 11 Minutes with Felicity. Today we have Samin on. She is a spiritual coach. Welcome Samin, great to have you on. Thank you for agreeing to this.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Felicity. I'm excited to talk to you today. It's going to be great.
I'm excited too because we have an amazing topic going on. So Samin she's a spiritual coach. So please tell us more about what you do. What is your intuitive work related to that?
So basically, yes, as you said, I'm a certified coach. I'm a spiritual and intuitive life coach, and I just help women really reconnect with and reclaim their intuition, and really manifest their highest potential from that place. Yeah.
And she's also from Canada, just to let you know that we are going worldwide with it. So yeah. So what do you love about your work? What excites you in your work, Sami?
What excites me the most is I think that once women learn to really reclaim and reconnect with their intuition, it really gives them such a sense of freedom because they become their own guidance system, right? And it helps them make decisions easier. It helps them to, step into their power. It's kind of, I think of it as a way to really take your power back, right? And so that's what really excites me about it. Yeah.
That's so aligned to, the motto of awakening the power within, which is, yeah. So we've been talking earlier about intuition and that we all have it, right? It's something natural for us as human beings. So what is intuition actually?
So that's a great question. There's so many different definitions of it. Simply it's a way of knowing. Okay. So it's a connection to your highest power. It's a connection to the divine. It's kind of a channel of communication with the divine. You can think of it as a GPS system, kind of like a guidance system to guide you along your path towards your calling. Sometimes it can help us in survival. Sometimes we need it as a survival tool. And other times when we're not in survival mode and we're in this thriving mode, we can use it to create. And it's really just lastly, it's really feminine power. So in my work, I work to help women really take back their feminine power. And, intuition is feminine energy. So it's been out of balance on Earth for a long time, and it started to come back into balance, especially with the younger generations. I see this a lot. Like, younger women are really much more in tune with this feminine energy, and it's starting to change, but we still have a lot of work to do on the Earth, I believe. So that's another reason I'm excited about my work.
Yeah, sounds really great because actually what we do, and this also has been my experience, we push that intuition away while we are raised by society. And I think this is very powerful, and it can become a drama at one point in your life if you push it away. So why?
That's so true. Yeah.
What kind of intuitions do we have? How does it manifest? How many types of intuitive ways to feel that?
Yeah. So there's four main, the way that I teach it, and many others you might have heard teach it this way as well, is I teach it through the four clairs. So there's clairvoyance, which is actually clear seeing. And then we have claircognizance, which is clear knowing. Clairaudience, which is clear hearing. And clairsentience, which is clear feeling. And each one of these four clairs correspond to a different chakra. So that's why sometimes when you're on social media and you're listening to different intuitives, some of them share that it's in your heart chakra. Some will share that it's in your third eye chakra. But really, it depends who you are. So, your third eye chakra, that's related to clairvoyance. So if you're somebody who's clairvoyant, you're somebody who might have visions, who might see colors or auras, or you might see like flickers of sparkly light. Your dreams might be very vivid. You might have a mental images when you're talking to someone. You might see a mental image in your mind space of them doing something or them being somewhere, for example, and that's related to your third eye. And I won't get too much into all the different chakras. I think it's important to know different chakras correspond to different forms of intuition. And then I'll just tell you briefly, clairsentience, which is your heart chakra. This one is related to feeling. So you might get, shivers, or you might feel a strong emotion. You might feel the energy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Claircognizance, which is clear knowing. This is, I would say attributed to many creatives. Like if you think of Steve Jobs, or you think of like Albert Einstein, right? These inventors, these guys, I would argue, were probably very claircognizant. We know that both Albert Einstein and Steve Jobs, right? We know they both talk a lot about trusting intuition, right?
Totally,
and so, don't they? Yeah. So, and this is, I believe they're claircognizant people. So this is clear knowing. So you just have information that you don't know where it came from, or you're able to tap into the collective consciousness easier, right? People who are clairaudience is clear hearing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you might have, you might hear a voice or a siren or a bell from outside of your body. And some people just hear their inner voice very clearly. So it can come from inside of you, or it can come from outside of you. And it is just through your ear chakras that we don't talk about.
How can people enhance their intuitive powers?
That's a great question. There's so many different ways, and I teach a lot of them either in my one-on-one programs or in my group programs. So I mean, there's crystals, there's meditations you can do, there's movements, and each different form really needs a different kind of prescription, you could say, to really enhance it and clear it. But I will leave you with this today, is that it's called clear knowing, clear feeling, clear seeing, or clear hearing. So the number one thing you can do just is really clear yourself, right? So engage in activities that are clearing your mind of judgments, clearing your heart. If you're, for example, if you're somebody who is clairsentient, you're most often an empath, or somebody who's highly sensitive to other people's energy. So one thing somebody who can do who is a clairsentient is really clear your emotional energy body, okay? Let your emotions out. Don't hold on to your emotions. So clear out your emotions, clear out the emotions of other people. So I think, like, I could share so many tips, and I'm not sure how much time we have, but I think it's
just some general ones.
Yeah. So I think just, find ways to clear yourself of other people's energy, clear yourself of judgments. Some people will do meditation. You can do body movements, right? So there's lots of different ways. Yeah.
Many times people, both men and women, don't listen to their intuition because they think it's not okay, it's woo-woo, it's out of their logical mind, out of their analytical mind. How do you address that?
I think usually when people come to me, they're already have seen that they have an issue with following their intuition. So I think we learn through life, right? Like, how many times have you ignored your intuition and been like, oh, I knew this was going to happen? Or you might be around someone who's not healthy for you in a relationship, and you feel it. Your clairsentience is like, oh my goodness, this is not the right relationship for me, and you ignore it. So I think life teaches us through life lessons, really, when the times that we've ignored our intuition. So a lot of my clients have already kind of been struggling with that, and they want to learn ways to increase their intuition. Yeah, I would say, it's interesting, but the difference between men and women is often women are once men start to tap into their intuition, they trust it uh, much easier. And I find with women, we have a harder time, because we, as children, we probably were a little bit more intuitive than our male counterparts, and we've had it really pushed out of us by society, and so we still doubt our intuition. So I find really highly intuitive women really still have a hard time trusting it, and they doubt their intuition the most. And so that's another reason I'm passionate about my work, because I help really highly intuitive women really take that power back. Yeah.
One last question for you. How did intuition and clearing your intuition change your life?
Well, I mean, it's an ongoing journey and it's an ongoing process. I think it's, I don't have to look outside of me anymore. I can always just check in with myself, right? And I mean, I spent years and years and years of struggle and drama, as you said, right? This drama that we create when we ignore our intuition. I mean, I had years of drama and heartache. And so now I feel more in control of my life and my destiny. I feel I can always just check in with myself. So instead of looking outside, I guess that's the biggest takeaway, is just instead of looking outside, I can really look within myself and follow my intuition.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So true. Thank you, Samin, for being here. Thank you for all your knowledge and wisdom. It was great having you here. And for sure, we will see each other more on 11 Minutes with Felicity.
Sounds great. Thank you for having me, Felicity. And I'm really excited about this project you're working on. So I can't wait to see how it grows. I'm really excited for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.